Hi, thanks for joining us for another episode of Marvin's Motor City Garage. Today we have a follow-up video on a 67 GTO convertible that we purchased about a year ago. We weren't sure what we were going to do with the car. It was kind of rough around the edges, kind of a survivor car. But the reason I bought it, it's a factory 4-speed HO air-conditioned 67 GTO convertible, and that's about as rare as you get other than a Ram Air car. Very nice, intact, original car, very little rust. So we're going to show you what we did. We gave the car a paint job. It was kind of a tough decision, but there was just too many things wrong with the paint to let it go. The body was in excellent shape, didn't really need any body work. Basically just block sanded it and painted it. Back to the original color, Fathom Blue. We also added a factory style pinstripe. We also upgraded the trim on the car. We put new emblems on the car. New weather stripping, basically what it needed to make it look presentable. We also installed a new convertible top. We painted the top frame. And if you want to check this out, the convertible tops that we install, this is a pinpoint vinyl, but the factory had a crushed binding. We actually special order our tops to be made just like the factory, and you could see the welting in the back. It's called the wire on. That's also made out of crushed vinyl, so you can see the kind of the contrast between the two. That's something you only see on a really high-end car or an original unrestored car. So let's take a look at the interior. The interior is basically all original. We did put new foam in the seats just to kind of build them out. We actually put a nice used seat cover on this side, so it's still the original GM upholstery. The steering wheel we added, it actually had a blue steering wheel when it came in, but we decided a wood wheel would look fitting on the car. We put a new wood grain on the console. We cleaned up the gauges, just a lot of little things. We installed a new carpet. Basically just what it needed to make it look presentable, just to make it a really nice driver. We even installed the correct window cranks with the blue knobs. They started reproducing those a couple of years ago, so that's really nice. We put new armrest bases and pads on, new shift knob, just a lot of little things. So the car came out really nice, and it's neat to see a GTO with something other than black or parchment interior. So many of these cars had black interior, but a lot of cars were monochromatic, where it was blue on blue or red on red or gold on gold. So it's just neat to see a car that stayed this way. So let's take a look under the hood. So when we got the car in, under the hood was kind of a mess. It does have a period correct 67-400 engine. It's not the original, but it's very close to being the right engine. We went ahead and detailed under the hood. We painted the engine. We painted the engine compartment. We also installed a new brake booster. We installed correct date-coded plug wires, 3rd quarter 66, and you can see the car was built in October of 66, 10A, so that's the first week of October 1966, so we went with the 3rd quarter plug wires. We also installed a correct carburetor, a correct fuel line, a new engine harness. We went ahead and upgraded the radiator to an aluminum radiator, but it looks factory. It still has the crimps. Detailed the fan, put a new fan clutch in, new belts, correct spring ring battery cables. We painted the back side of the hood, just basically gave everything a once-over. We even put a plated hood latch and spring on, just to give it a nice look. You know, the car is not perfect, but it presents very well. And we sold the car to a good customer of ours, and it's going down to Southern Illinois. It's going to be a fun driver for him and his wife this summer, and it's going to have a second life as a nicely restored GTO. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed.